Lies are dangerous. Overall, we lie more than we brush our teeth.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
This is True Stories We Just Made Up. I'm Ray McGuff, and with me, as always, is JT Farva.
Sure.
Wait.
Yeah, it's JT Farva here.
New Farva.
Sure.
You know what happened, guys? And this is true. Farva, he had to take a vacation. And he said he'll be back, but he left his brother, Marva. And yeah, so JT Marva's with us.
Why would the last name be different?
You know what? Screw it. We're just going to call you New Farva.
Okay.
Boom. Nailed it.
Got it. So I'm New Farva, and we got Scott Kramer here.
Hello, Scott.
Hello.
Longtime friend of the channel, I guess.
Yes.
But so I'm a new addition to this old show that there hasn't been an episode of this dropped in goddamn 2 years or so, something like that. 3 years maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like forever ago.
It's been years, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. But so what do you guys do? Just say what's going on in your life and it's allegedly true or false?
Well, something to that effect. Like I'll start off here just to give you an idea. My former co-host, like I said, he went on vacation. He first went to the Bahamas. They had an amazing time. There was, hula girls and whiskey and wild boar cooked over a flaming fire.
And this is the vacation he's on now, or this?
No, I was just saying he did go on vacation. I don't know what happened after that. I lost touch.
Okay.
But this I got after the vacation, though. I did find a letter that he sent me, and that's what I'm going to tell you is happening right now. Is that in the letter he said that they were their plane was crashed on an island, and on this island there's a smoke monster that's chasing them. He just said that the fate of the world depends on whether or not he can get these core group of people to get their lives together. So he's going to be gone for a while.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll stick around and we can keep this show going in his memory, or maybe he'll come back. Who knows?
The other thing I heard was that he was eaten by rabid wolves.
Could have been, I guess. If I was a rabid wolf, I would definitely go for someone of his stature, I think. It's a good meal, a heavy meal. Yeah, but anyways, starting a new podcast is right in line with, my life in 2020 so far. It's been very prosperous for me financially, anyways.
Wait, it's still 2020?
2021 so far.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's been very prosperous for me. I started. Have you heard of OnlyFans? Have you heard of that?
I have.
OnlyFans.
A lot of girls I know that I work with are OnlyFans. Yeah.
Yeah, I started.
You don't pay a lot at my job.
I started a page.
Like only sports fans?
No, it's more like exclusive content for people who might be interested in seeing such a thing. I kind of go down the lane of I was like, how can I make some money? And I figured there's got to be a lane for gay dudes who like fat hairy guys, right? Like with a lot, like guys with like have a lot of skin tag issues and stuff, probably, right? Like that's got to be
sure
a lane. Well, I've been making a lot of money, so somebody has interest in it. Yeah, and I've been selling my dirty underwear on the dark net. And I've been I'm not going to say that I've been wearing women's panties and pretending that they're women's panties, but I might have been doing that. And I'll believe it or not, there's guys that want to have, why would I deprive somebody of that illusion?
Right.
There's too much demand, not enough supply. I'm kind of padding that out for the actual girls that want to pursue this as a way to make money,
Right.
So, I mean, it's not. That doesn't sound skeevy, does it? Like,
No,
I mean,
not at all.
it just. I mean, it sounds as skeevy as like if I was an actual. The marketplace is just different for different things. I don't know.
If a guy is willing to pay for dirty panties,
Right.
gets what he gets. You know,
You're paying for the shit, not the ass. That's the way I look at it. So, I just try to eat like what a lady would eat. Some, like eggplants and candy. Girls like candy. That's, but what's been going on with you? You've been prosperous this year so far in the 2021.
Eggplants and candy. Not really. I just keep getting more and more bills that keep coming my way. I'll pay a bill off, and then I'll get more bills that come in. Here's something funny. Hardin County decided to send me a bill out of the blue and says I owe their school district's money from
really?
when I lived there for a year. To which I say to them, "Oh, your school should be better. Fuck you. I'm not paying you a dime."
Well, it is wild to me that they make people that don't have kids pay for school taxes.
Yeah,
it's always been nuts to me. But whatever, I understand they got to make money.
How are they making money? They're not making it off of me, and I had a job.
And listen, Hardin County School District, might I suggest opening up an OnlyFans page like I have.
Yeah.
Find the lane, the specific lane for people that might like to see your content. And then, I'm not saying that you should sell underwear illicitly on the internet, but it works. I mean, just this year alone, I've been taking all these funds because I don't need the money, but I've been using it to fund my not-for-profit organization. We're trying to push forward the Proper Puppy Mill Practitioners LLC. We want to bring it back. I understand why they've been closing up all the puppy mills, but think about the money that there is to make there. And if you do it properly, I'm just saying we get a bunch of cages, 6 feet apart, socially distanced, 1 dog per cage, still the mill formula. But really just people like puppies. You can sell them. They sell like dirty underwear. You might say they sell like hotcakes. I say they sell like dirty women's underwear on the internet.
I've been trying to get a puppy, or not a puppy. I want a regular dog that's already trained.
Right. And maybe we could have that. That could be a service that we could provide for people, at our
right.
mill.
I'm trying to get a dog, and I don't understand how some people have like 5 dogs. Like, I can't even get one, and some of you fucks out there are hoarding them.
You gotta look for a sign alongside the road that says like AKC certified, whatever. Give somebody $800. There you go. Right?
No. If I was going to give $800, I'd go to a reputable source, not to your backyard. I'll give you $250 for a backyard dog.
Yeah.
But anyways, I've been doing other stuff too, traveling by foot, a lot of walking lately.
Through the COVID plains.
Yeah, you guys, you notice this is a trend. Have you noticed this? At least here in Columbus, it's just people want to walk everywhere now. It's like because of COVID, they don't drive their car anywhere anymore. And I don't understand it really, but there's a lot of walkers, even here in the wintertime. So I started walking too, just to see what the big deal was. And it's not very fun. It's cold.
Yeah.
I get winded.
Yeah, I bet.
I hurt my leg the other day walking down the steps.
It's not good, man.
Yeah. But they have all these paths and trails, and I was going through one recently, and I'm like, who keeps these up? Like, who do we pay? I never see anybody there. Like, I go every couple of weeks. When do they have time to trim the trees back, and who does that? Is it the city? I don't. It's just weird to me.
I mean, that's
Seems
probably
more organization.
Yeah. It's just like some volunteers get out there and they're like, "Ah, trim these back. You got to have this path through the woods."
Yeah, I mean, somebody's doing it, I guess.
Yeah. But I think about living there. Like, what would somebody do if I just quit everything and I walked right into off the path into the middle of the woods, set up a tent and just live there? Yeah, what would happen? You know?
I mean, you can definitely do that. I mean, there's the stories you hear all the time. There was a guy living inside of a Target or whatever, you know, or you hear about the guys that live up underneath the bridges and they just kind of make their own home there. There was actually here in Kenton, the varsity club where me and Scott used to work. There's a little door on the back of that building, and when they were recently looking for a child that ended up in an unfortunate circumstance, they were going through the whole town, you know, and my mother-in-law and wife looked in this little tiny door that was behind that building, and there was like a little sleeping bag and some food and shit, like somebody was living in there. So, you know, you can do anything you want, really. You can live wherever you want, just got to find the space and be very sneaky.
Wow, that's pretty crazy, man. I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow. I mean, I've been there. I know where you're talking about. I mean, that's not it's not luxury.
No.
You know, but it is dry, probably, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's all you need. If you're just shooting up heroin, you know, you can really find a lot of accommodation. Just, you know, finding a dry spot.
Right.
And a can of beans.
You know, maybe do a little Huron and get your book out.
Read.
Yeah.
Is it a good heroin activity, reading?
I don't know. It sounds fun.
Just turn the pages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scott, have you had anything interesting happen to you lately?
Oh yeah, I almost died 7 times.
Oh really? 7 times?
What?
Yeah.
Driving?
Driving, walking. Pretty sure I had an aneurysm, but I shook it off.
Oh fuck! Wow, it's extreme. Care to expand on any of those?
Yeah. You want to give us details, or we just got to go? All right. Best of luck.
Well, yeah. The driving stuff is normal. You're normal every day. You know, a semi almost ends your life because you just gotta get out of their way. They're in charge. You're nothing to them. It'd be like a bump in the road, and they get like a little mark on their head, and you'd be flattened.
Yeah.
A couple of weather-related incidents.
Yeah, you gotta. Don't you have to drive?
A big pile up on 23. That was interesting, and I don't know why, because it was like sprinkling snow. The road wasn't bad. It just everyone went psycho immediately.
Yeah. Well, you have to drive quite a ways nowadays for work, don't you?
I'm all over the place. Yeah. Yes, I'm doing multiple locations, and it's a pain.
Crazy.
So you're not just at the Kenton location?
Nope.
No.
I'm all over. I'm a traveling man. Maybe one day it'll pay more money.
So, from your perspective, in the restaurant industry, are people still are they coming out to eat again, or what's going on with the virus?
Sales probably 15-20% down at least. Not a lot of in-place dining. There's a lot more carry out. But then you can see the difference between Hardin County, where people just put their fingers in their ears and ignore.
Yeah, for real.
Happen. And then places where it's actually taken seriously, you can enforce the mask policy. I mean, I get flipped out on probably once a day by a Karen.
Yeah, they're out there.
They give you that shit where they're like, it's against my religion or my health code or violation or something.
It's usually I have a medical condition.
Yeah. I heard a lady pulling that one out of Walmart the other day, and they were still like, I don't give a shit. You have to put a mask on.
Yeah, I see a lady walking around the dollar store with just her hand not cloth, just for hand.
Oh
Like
my
this
gosh.
works, right? Is this good? And then I'm gonna grab the thing with the hand.
With my hands, yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm like, it's like not more trouble. That just seems like more trouble than just like
Yeah.
covering your face for a I couldn't find. You can't find masks anywhere. I don't even know where I would look for like to have. You got to order them special. Or no, they're everywhere.
Right,
We give them to people like if they don't have them, we have them right there at the front counter. And, I mean, for free. Just tear it.
It pulls on my ears though.
Oh,
It's wintertime too, and everybody's wearing a winter coat. I have 2 in each pocket. You know what I mean? Just in case I forget.
And I'll be honest, some days when it's like bitterly cold out, that face covering is a blessing, man. Like it's like a built-in little.
How many times have you came out of a gas station, you're pumping gas, and then you just like kind of leave it on because it's like cold. You're just like, no, I'm cool. This is good.
I don't mind.
We have a thing at my work where you have to have it on the time you leave your car to the building, and from the building to your car. So you have to have it on from the whole parking lot walk through the building and everything to your department. So I pull up and I put it on and grab my book bag with my computer and go inside, you know? So
yeah. And it's funny to me, like how, not too long ago, you know, several months ago, but people with jobs like mine and Scott, we were, put upon the shoulders of the community.
Oh yes.
As essential workers. In fact, my job gave me what they called hero pay, which really is demeaning to say that, and then to take it away, you know, like especially when nothing got better. It wasn't like
you're no longer a hero.
It's like the numbers are up. More people are fighting against the mandate, and you know we're still out there. And now as we are having more conversations about minimum wage going up, and people having issues with that.
I've never seen so many people get mad. I know this is off topic and we're not really making stories up, but this to me is even more baffling than a made up story. I actually had people tell me on a Facebook post that you guys don't deserve to make minimum wage. I just don't understand that kind of thought. It makes
when a gallon of milk costs $4 or more, we need to up the living. I mean, I have to work if I wanted to buy 4 gallons of milk, I'd have to work like, you know,
I mean,
a fucking long chunk of time.
Like a delusion that there is all these mom and pop shops that, like, through policy over the years, have wiped out all these places. Those are the ones they're talking about. Oh, how's a mom and pop shop going to survive? Oh, well, you never talked about it when you let Walmart take over every town in America, and now Kenton is the only. Let's be quite honest.
If you can't pay a living wage to your employees, then you shouldn't fucking be in business. I don't care if you're a Walmart or if you're a mom and pop shop. If your bottom line depends on paying somebody less than what they can live on so that you can make money, fuck you. You know what I mean?
And if you're a mom and pop shop that has like a literal mom and a pop, like 2 people running it, you're fine. I mean, Gromies has sustained through all of this stuff, and he's just doing it by himself. So,
and you can make your kids work for like free.
Yeah,
after a certain age, you know, you literally can. There's no.
And Scott, you'll appreciate this. So, I'm going back and forth with a friend of ours, who I won't say his name, but he's kind of skirting the issue. He wants to be the guy that's on both sides of it, right?
Yeah.
But he kept referring to people who work at restaurants as burger flippers, which is it's fucking. I worked in many restaurants. I fucking hate that term. Yeah. You're a line cook. You're a grill cook. You have a specific job. Your job isn't meaningless. You're fucking.
It's like society.
Preparing the food. You know,
people like that want that job to be a shitty job. Which then they have no reason to complain about it being shitty because they've set the precedent as being shitty. They're like, that's a shitty job. People that work there are shitty people. They suck. They don't deserve anything.
They think it should be 16-year-old kids that do that. When I was 16, I wasn't even allowed on the burger flipping, if you want to call it that, until I was trained on it. I had to do prep table stuff or clean the fucking grills off. You know, all I'm saying is that's a hard job. You know it, Scott, because you work in that industry. That's a hard job from early in the morning to late at night to put food in this fat fuck's mouth. And he wants to tell you that you don't deserve to make that money. That's fucking bullshit, man.
But think about if those businesses had to pay that wage, whatever it might be, they would be a little bit more selective about who they employ. They would, people that take those jobs maybe wouldn't be. Maybe they wouldn't think it's negative things about the job, like maybe they wouldn't be like, well, I'm just a fucking burger flipper, because that's just what society's put on it. I mean, that job sucks. It's hard.
What if you liked it?
If you like it,
what if you liked it and you wanted to do it as a career? Should you be looked at less?
You need people that like it.
Yeah,
is the real thing.
Yeah, because do you want to cook your own food as the alternative?
Right.
Exactly. You want every place to be Ricky's Hibachi?
Yeah. But I mean, if they were hiring and paying at a rate for quality, you get what you pay for, and if they don't care, if they're barely paying these people, they don't give a shit what quality it is. They're like, yeah, we need just a couple more bodies in there to keep things going. They would have to think about it. They would have to be like, yeah, this person's good at this. They would have to pay attention to their business. I'm just saying, like,
it would increase tax revenue because people would be making more, but you also have to think that. If your place is making, the prices go up because of this, because it probably will, everybody else is making $15. So now that the person that's making 15 can come eat at your place that they couldn't afford to before.
Exactly right.
It's for us. It's like, well, if everybody had to stop doing it, we might have to raise the prices a little bit. But then more people would have money.
The prices are going up anyways, man.
That's how
just look at you smoke cigarettes. Look at the price of cigarettes. They went up again. They keep going up. It's almost like what, $8, $9 for a pack of basics? Basics?
I don't know.
Pall Malls. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, Pall Malls at my store are $6. That's not right. Like. And everything goes up.
It's a sin tax, and it's a regressive tax that affects poor people more than anybody else.
Yep. And it shouldn't be a this whole class thing. Like somebody else was saying on that same post. Well, my dad's worked 30 years at this job, and if somebody came in and they were making just about the same amount of money as he did in 30 years, that would be demeaning to him. And I'm like, fuck your dad. No offense. But if it's after 30 years, he's making that amount of money, and somebody that's coming in is about to make that same amount of money, he probably should have tried to do a little better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or complained about what he was getting paid.
Yeah. So he was comfortable with that, but he's not comfortable with somebody else making that money. Why? Because he worked there like a dullard for 12 or 14 years, with the same pay. I mean, that's
kind of the same logic as like right after the Civil War that people were still hanging on to. They're like, well, my parents had slaves, and like, what am I supposed to do without them?
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's sick, and
take it away from me because somebody else had a problem with it.
And somebody was like, well, like you're saying, Scott and Frank, that they're like, their whole main argument is the entire thing, everything's going to go up. Well, we don't know that for sure because we've never done it. We've never paid a living wage. In the history of fucking the United States, we've had $0, like you're talking about, Scott, for people with manual labor. And where fucking fruit farmers had to revolt to get 50 cents, So we've never paid a living wage. So why don't we try it and see what happens? Shit starts to go crazy, maybe it can always be repealed, or you can say this group made this now this is this. But to just sit there and go, no, we're never going to try it because it might not work out, that's bullshit. That's some fat ass in a fucking Capitol building saying you're not getting any of my money,
That's always the problem.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's move into missed encounters, right?
Yes.
That sounds like sexy time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it can get weird. To the man with the Button My Fly t-shirt I coughed near at Walmart last week, I don't have the virus. Your patchouli oil was just a little more intense than I could handle. Maybe just smell like weed next time. Just a tip. Missed encounters.
To the single mother who let her child run by my legs 15 times at the grocery store the other day, while I was waiting on the 6 feet and further square. I just want to say, fuck you. Fuck your kids. I hope they get the disease. Misconnection.
Nice. To the guy at the gas station where I was standing in line for 5 minutes while he looked around the store. And because I wasn't standing to the correct side of the blue dot on the floor, just walked right up without a mask right in front of me and just like looked at me. What you could tell he wanted to say, are you up? But he was like, you could tell he went through the whole process in his head. It went from, are you and the fuck you? And then it was like, I'm in line now. Like I had 2 12-packs of beer. I was loaded up. I mean, just casually just whipped right by me, and I just shook my head. And to him, fuck you. I hope you get it. I couldn't have that. I was too busy. I couldn't have that confrontation right then.
Misconnection.
To the young people who say yeet, breh, lol, or other internet vernacular, please fucking stop doing that shit. Also, quit mouthing off to me. Get a fucking job. Get out of my house. Sorry, this is getting a little personal and weird. Missed encounters.
Oh boy. To the 22-year-old girl that sat next to me at work at Christmas time and told me that my beard made me look like Santa Claus or Gandalf. I'm coming back, baby. I'm growing that beard back, and I'm going to dye it, and then we'll see.
You're going to dye it or diet?
Diet. I'm not going to diet. I'm going to eat better food. Fuck that noise. I'm growing the beard in, and I'm going to dye it a brownish red or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm coming for you.
Coming.
Disconnection.
To the real estate agent I offended in that Letterkenny fans Facebook group, I'm sorry I said that Facebook Marketplace and the internet rendered your position in society worthless. I'm also sorry that your dog was stupid. Misencounters.
Scott, you got one?
No, I'm thinking. Go.
Right. To God.
Oh my. Calling him out.
2020 was a very bad year for me. Maybe you could do me a solid and make 2021 a little better. I am one of your disciples, and I'm created in your image. Or I'm created out of some sort of image you had of a marshmallow man with tiny arms and a big penis. But either way, I think it's a big penis. I'd like...
It's also marshmallowy.
It's marshmallowy in most ends. Until I take one of them Hims pills that you read about.
Blue Chew.
And then it's hard as I wouldn't say rock. It's hard. Sorry, you got me there, God. But, maybe hook me up this year with something that's less depressing of a life. Again, I'm just assuming that we had a missed encounter in all of 2020. So, missed encounter.
Well, yeah.
Okay, well, I got one. To the guy who, I don't know, maybe a decade ago, I ran into and was a salesman for an up and coming company that I didn't know nothing about and thought he was a scam artist. It was Vitamin Water, and I'm sorry, can I still be a partner?
Oh yeah,
still an option?
That's a missed encounter, huh?
It's a missed one.
Shit.
Well, that's all I got, Ray.
I probably ought to end on that too. I mean, when you hit up the big man, that's probably where you gotta draw.
Yeah, I don't want to take any cracks at him. So, how do you? Oh God. Do I have it? Do I have it? How do you end this thing?
Well, as always, this has been True Stories we just made up with New Farva.
I'm New Farva.
And Scottie Pippen.
And Scottie Pippen.
The other Scottie Pippen.
The other
And
Scottie
also
Pippen.
The newspaper that I was holding out on you.
Yes, yes. Go ahead and end that real quick. Scotty's got a 1993 newspaper.
It was the obituaries. That's the reason I think somebody saved this. And we have Richard L. Butts of Waynesville.
Dick Butts.
So somebody saved that paper for all those years to bring it out at some point and go, hey, I got a Dick Butts joke for you.
Yeah, somebody 30 years ago read this, giggled, and I'm saving this.
That's fantastic.
So, there is hope.
Dick Butts of Waynesfield, your family out there, you made an old man laugh today. Thank you very much. This has been True Stories We Just Made Up. I've been Ray McGuff. Stay tuned.
Lies are dangerous. Overall, we lie more than we brush our teeth.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!